this week, there's something that's going to surprise you. Something's going to come out of the woodwork you did not know was going to happen, but that your plan is, I can work through that. That's the plan. There's a really good chance you're going to hit some kind of mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, social, financial kind of wall. Something's going to happen. And what do? Well, you get through that wall, right? That's just what we do. We get through walls, and we know that they're predictable. They're just going to show up sooner or later. And where do those usually happen? Well, there's always the money side of life, time, people, our thoughts, and our emotions. All these things play a role in our life all the time. All the time. Maybe you don't have enough money. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't have enough time. Maybe you do. Maybe you have people issues. Maybe you don't. But all of this, just remember this, all of this comes from what's going on inside your head and how emotionally stable you are. What you think and how you manage these emotions helps you manage and experience all the different topics in life. And these tend to be the three big ones: relationships, time, and money. And you could put relationships up here and money and time. I don't care what order it is, but just so that we understand what it is that we as people wrestle with and we're trying to figure out, and also what other people are wrestling with. What are they wrestling with? And so we know that this is the wrestle is between these things because it comes from our thoughts and emotions. So I know for you, as you move through this week, you're going to take some action steps, run into some kind of wall, and then you're going to decide to keep going or get stopped or kind of just sit there. So keep going, get stopped. I guess that's kind of stop there, but keep going or get stopped. Really, this just narrows down to those two. So what you do is you start now to plan on the fact this week, there's something that's going to surprise you. Something's going to come out of the woodwork you did not know was going to happen, but that your plan is, I can work through that. That's the plan. I can work through that. Whatever it is, I can work through that. That's what I can do. Now, let me just show you something here. I'm going to go off the normal beaten path here and just share just a little bit of what this wall is. When people run into a wall, what this wall actually is, it's a symbol of the nothingness. So as you start to go into the wall or hit the wall, you're hitting something that you've never done before or you've never experienced before. And so when you hit something you've never experienced before, it is your mindset that will carry you through that wall, or it will be the lack of mindset that'll get you stopped at the wall. And let me explain. So as every person wakes up today in this world, they're going to have certain things that they want to do, but they will run out and they'll run into something that they don't know. That's what this big black box is the not knowing. Let me just scoot all this over. So it's the not knowing. It's like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to make this work. And this is actually what stops people more than anything, is this whole experience with this wall where they think because, oh, I don't know how to do this, or I've never done this before. They think that now it's over. It's like it's over and they can't do anything. In my life, what's happened to me is I have run into walls or these places of not knowing over and over and over again. But when you're in the place of not knowing, you then focus on yourself in the believing of yourself to get through the not knowing so you can come through the other side and make progress. The wall is not a brick wall. It is a space of not knowing. Some people, when they don't know what to do, they stop. Other people, when they hit the not knowing, They try to find what they can do so that they can keep their momentum. So some people get stopped in this space, and it's because I don't know what to do. I don't want to look like a fool. I don't want to embarrass myself. And they get stuck right here because they're so worried that they're going to make a mistake. They're so worried. That's what people do, is they get worried. They think they're going to make mistakes, and they get to this point and they slow down and they get stuck right here. And this whole space is just a space of not knowing. And see, what I've learned is as I take my action steps, once I hit this space, which is guaranteed, you're going to run into the spot where you just don't know what to do next. As soon as you start to get to this point, you start to ask more people, hey, what do you do? How do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? And you have to turn into a complete student to be teachable, to get through this zone, to get where you want to go. You see, people think, this is what people think. People think that to get here, you have to know everything. That's the problem, is people think, oh, I'm supposed to know everything for things to work. That's not how it works. You have to get to this place and be humble enough to be taught what to do to get to this place. This is humility. This is being teachable. There's this crazy misperception that the people who are on this side, who are successful, that they know everything. No, it's not that they know everything. It's just that on the way, when they ran out, because these green dots are what I know what to do. This black box right here in this space is the darkness of like going, I don't know what to do. So I'm going to do everything I know, get to this point, and then I'm going to run out. Like, I don't know what to do. So I got to do something. I got to, like, what do I do in this space? Well, I got to ask for help, ask questions. What else do I got to do in this spot? I need to up my education. I got to start learning. I got to read something. I got to study something. And I got to try what it is that I know. And the last one is I need to pay attention to my time. Because you can waste a lot of time in this spot, kind of wandering and wondering about what to do. But this, seriously, I always thought that the people over here that are super successful is because they know everything. Nope, it's because when they got into their zone of not knowing, they asked people, they raised their education, they tried what they knew, and they really, really paid attention to their time and what they're doing with their time in this zone. And that gets you through this zone and out the other side to major, major progress.